Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so this is a bonus general message. I always start these out with something real that happened, some anecdote that happened usually with my dog, and then we see if that sets the tone for the storytelling. And honestly, this time it's just that my dog looks at me with these eyes of love sometimes, like when he's particularly happy, or he gets his favorite snack, or he's so thrilled to be going on his walk, or he's so excited. He has this way of just all of a sudden, even in the car, if he likes where we're going, he'll sit there and he'll just look up at me. And it's this adoration that I see in his little dog eyes, and it is the funniest thing. So maybe somebody is looking at someone with a real tenderness right now. Maybe that's going to be the way this storyline begins. Well, we are starting out with the star card, and we are starting out, so Aquarian energy, and a really wonderful sensitivity here, since we see an octopus. And octopus are incredibly intelligent animals. They say they have the intelligence of like a 2-year-old. They are shy. They experience the world in a different way also. They taste the world through the little suckers that are on their little limbs there. So we have a gentle sensitivity. Maybe someone is like wanting to like gently embrace someone, or wanting to like, kind of like immerse themselves in another person's world, through all of their senses. They like the feel of that person's heartbeat beside them. This is just what I've wished for. There's a healing energy, there's a sensitivity, there's a gentleness, and I would say a shyness, though. We could have a very shy person. All too often it's like, oh, well, lovers better come in and they better speak this way, and they better say this thing, and they better act this way. That's not what this is. This is a gentleness of like, wow, this feels so kind. This feels so sweet. Okay. This is something new. And it's also something that I would say is new and true. But you notice that we have like a military type energy on this. This is a big change. I'm going to say, and for some reason, even though this is an ace, right? Instead of it just being like this new beginning, I'm going to say this is almost feeling like it's representing a person to me. With the sharp talons, it gives me Libra, Gemini, Aquarius vibes still. And it's I feel like, I don't know if this person wears a uniform. This looks very much like someone who would be a pilot, or someone who soars above and sees it all. And that might be the amazing thing. They're seeing everything in formation. They may be very used to patterns, very used to very strict patterns of behavior, and yet you notice that I feel like someone who is very opposite our octopus has met that octopus, and they are recognizing that's exactly what they want, is something healing, something soothing, something soft. They want to grasp onto it, is what it looks like. And it could be someone so opposite themselves. Maybe I feel like this may be a divine masculine, doesn't have to be, but it's somebody who is recognizing for the first time ever that they want to grasp a hold of someone. By the way, we also have like UFOs in the sky, which I'm a big fan of. So yay to that. This comes across as, like I say, Air Force, pilot, military, Pentagon, someone who is, it doesn't have to mean that someone works in that industry necessarily, but it's someone who has a mindset of like, you take information, and there's a set routine of how you handle it and how you disassemble it, and it's very clear cut, and it's not got any room for softness. There's no like gentle interpretation. It's just intensity. And yet they've met someone that is so soft, that is so gentle, and I think that they're realizing how much they want this. and they're ill-equipped to know how to deal with this, because we got the Fool card in the reverse. And unfortunately, I feel like they have no reference point for something like this. They only know that all of a sudden they've met someone who is, and maybe that octopus person is also someone who is, well, they're their wish fulfillment, but they might not have known that that's the kind of person they were wishing for. Maybe, maybe that octopus person is someone who is deeply intuitive, deeply sensitive, and it's the total opposite of them, and they don't know how to handle it. They don't have a reference point for anything that soft, and yet they're wanting very much, as we see with the seahorse delivering this letter. We've been getting this a lot lately, like a letter being sent. Wow, did it just get orange in here? Or is it just me? The color changes so dramatically with the color tint of the cards. It's a page though, right? So it's a message coming in. I'm gonna say though, this feels like, I don't know if it's gonna be an offer of love, and they're going to try to figure out how to say. They know that they have to say something to this octopus person. They are seeing this octopus person as someone that they want in their world. It's like, oh, embrace me in your tentacles and let me have something soft for once in my life. But how do I let you know that? I'm so scared to do it. So I'm going to say they're going to send some small message. This could be like a very little text. And it could still come across not very soft and loving, but rather an opportunity. You notice how we've got our beaver here that is the massive builder, right? Here they are building like a tremendous piece of engineering, right? This is like a Hoover Dam kind of construction. They are sending a message that could come across as, I would like to to interact with you. I think that we could build something of substance or something. It may be kind of almost like it might sound business related, but that's not their motive for sending this message. And let's put it this way, they do want to build something very significant with this, but they may come across all business like. But that Three of Pentacles is, I want to work together with you. And that's all they know how to say, because other than that, they got a zipper for a mouth. I mean, this person, unfortunately, this needs to change, right? Because fives are numbers of change. They really need to get, it's like they just can't gag the words out of their mouth that I love you. Their action, the way that they show love might be so, oh, they just don't know how. I don't think that it's that they don't want to say words of love and softness and, you are the person that is my wish fulfillment. I think they literally, a wolf with a zipper for a mouth, they have no idea how to get those words out. Everything is, they're always on the defensive. They're always, I keep getting a militaristic vibe off of this person. Any way we slice it. I mean, this could be like a very like old school classic divine masculine energy. You'd never shed a tear. There's all this like intensity and like stoic and power, and don't speak too much and don't talk about emotions and stuff like that. It doesn't mean that they have to be masculine. It just kind of is looking like that's the essence of the character we've been describing. And here they are drawn to one of the softest people they've ever met, one of the most energetically intuitive people they've ever met. And how do they say, I want you? And this is why Three of Cups. I feel like if they can just get a chance to interact with this individual, they know it would be good for them, because it might allow them a space to finally be able to be more sensitive and not be laughed out of the room, the war room, the Pentagon, that, wherever it is that they have been residing, wherever their life has taken them. Like I say, militaristic, not expressing emotions, not knowing how to bring up the kinds of feelings that they have. And yet they want to get to a place with a person like that they really feel. I mean, come on, we got little kittens and a little eggshell out here to see. This person is very fragile. They feel like for the first time in their life, maybe they want to connect with somebody softer, and they would like to show their softer side. Maybe this person wants to foster a little group of kittens, and they've never told anybody that. There's a gentleness and a kindness to this card. This person is not like, ooh, I see this sensitive individual, I want to possess them and then crush their spirit. That is not at all what this character has in mind. They don't quite know how to be soft themselves, but they want a space to be able to be soft. So it makes sense that they have fallen for somebody that is really soft. 9 of Cups. Oh, Queen of Swords, though. Interesting. They feel like this person would be their wish fulfillment because they also, so they see the strength to this soft individual as well. They see that this octopus also has a tremendous backbone. They're not just a gelatinous, shy, sensitive creature. They are coming across now as a Queen of Swords. That's perhaps why they're identifying with this character, because they're saying, you're so sensitive and you've learned how to navigate boundaries and truth and having a backbone, and you use your wisdom and you have a sensitivity to you. That would be exactly what they're looking for. It's interesting because I feel like this person is saying, that's who I want to grow old with. That would be my wish fulfillment, to be with somebody who is super strong enough to be soft. That's kind of, I think that's what they want to learn from this divine feminine that they are so drawn toward, that they're about to reach out to. What happens when they reach out? I mean, we've already seen that it may come across as kind of like a strange, like businessy kind of conversation. The 7 of Cups. And because it's a strange little like shop of curiosities and, well, literally like bizarre items, it could really puzzle this divine feminine, or they may not know what to do next. It's like this person can see, I want her. And then they can see the end game, which is, I want to grow old with somebody like her. I want to be able to be sensitive. They're having like snapshots in their mind of what it could be like with her. I could finally be a little more sensitive and she's not going to laugh me out of the room. I could finally tap into that other side of myself. And I know that she's a blend of both, super sensitive, super compassionate, but also has a backbone. And I could finally, I know how happy I would be, and I would be able to like relax and age with her and have a really wonderful life. But reaching out to her becomes, they I think this person gets tongue tied because I'm having trouble finding the right words. I feel like for some reason, like they want to buy some kind of a gift to her. You know, it's funny because this particular 7 of Cups, they're all teacups. It's like, what truth do they need to tell her? A bunch of different truths. Maybe they want to tell her their life story. They want her to be able to get to know them, but they don't really know where to start that story, because it's like their life has been lived in like segments of experiences that then they compartmentalize. I feel like this person probably has compartmentalized their entire life. So maybe they don't know how to sew the story of their entire life together. They're starting to understand why they are the way they are, but I also think that they feel this need to want to express it to her. But it's a little bit like, where do they begin a story when everything is so jumbled? Do you start in the middle, in the end? Do you start, they know kind of why they are the way they are, but how do you put this patchwork quilt together and stitch it into a pattern that now you can see the whole thing? It's weird because I think they feel like she'll understand them, though. Oh, an Emperor. They're very proud. This is a divine masculine who is incredibly proud. Being that they show up as a badger here, I'm gonna, and again, militaristic looking energy here. They want to be extremely respected, and when they get something into their head, they probably don't give up. Like if they, they say that badgers they're little, but they're real fierce. They can back down a bear. They're little monsters. and I just feel like this person has a badger spirit. They're not perfect and they know it. But they have made themselves very like stoic and very hard. And on one hand, this person would want to really fight for this connection. Like this, they kind of want to be able to express, I know I'm a little awkward. I know I don't know how to be soft, but I want this with you, and I would protect and defend this connection with you to the end of my days. It is important though that they have her respect. I think that's really important to them. They want to be able to be soft with her and be seen as someone who's still strong. If that, I don't know if I've explained that very well. Tell me about her. Tell me about this octopus woman, this Queen of Swords who has a backbone. So we have an ace for her as well. You know, they have that ace of swords, that truth that they had discovered that they want her. And she has an ace of pentacles. She's in the midst of having a new beginning herself. But it's interesting because we also have the death card come out sideways, though, is a little bit like she's got a new beginning, but she's still leaving space for something in her life that she hasn't let go of yet. There hasn't been a complete transformation. There hasn't been a full overhaul, but she's about to live life at like a higher strata. I feel like she's about to have maybe a financial breakthrough. She focuses, you notice how that pentacle, that ace of pentacle is, you know, so much like the star that we saw on the star card for her with that octopus. Yeah, I would say she's following her own inner guidance, and maybe she does that at every turn. Oh, she's a hard worker. She could be an artist of some variety, since we see she's very independent in whatever she does. She could be her own business owner. You see the Eight of Pentacles, she's literally carving, you know, this dog out of marble. Very open-minded also. She does have a capacity to understand things that have nothing to do with her, because a cat is carving a perfect sculpture of a dog. I would say that they are spot on, knowing that if they were able to open up to her, she would understand them. She comes across as some artistic person, a sensitive person, a very grounded person, and someone who has some life experience, and someone who is fiercely independent themselves. They're a self-made woman is what we'll say, or man, it doesn't matter, but we've been talking about her like a divine feminine. So, but the fact that she's able to sculpt something so foreign to her own self means she has this capacity to put herself in others' shoes. How does she feel about them? If I don't know if she knows them, they may have fallen in love with her from afar. Oh no, she has loved them for a while, actually. I mean, this is the Hierophant card. There's some kind of, her inner wisdom has already said, and with the 10 of Pentacles, or excuse me, 10 of Cups, she thinks that this person would be her mate. So why are they not together yet? I don't understand. Why have they not come forward to her yet? I mean, we see that they've been, because they've been Knight of Pentacling their way through. And look at this again, military everywhere in this. They don't have to be military, but there's an element of them that is very much like regimented, is what I want to say, and how they behave. And you know, armadillo literally translates to meaning little like little armored one. This is, they have lived their whole life like a little fortress, and they are working their way toward her very slowly, but they've been out on some battlefield. Now, that could be just a concept of their mind that everything is a battlefield in life, or maybe they've had to grow a really thick shell their whole life to protect themselves, and they have never let anybody in. She somehow already knows this about them. So it looks like she knows that they're on their way. Let's get one. I was going to say one last card. And I will say, oh, I'm sorry. I almost said only 2 came out. No, 3 came out. And they landed and then flipped themselves upside down. We have a 2 of Cups, we have the World card, and we have the 9 of Cups. Oh, excuse me, the 6 of Cups. Sorry, I can't read upside down, but they are all in the reverse. This new beginning, this twin flame energy, this returning soulmate energy, this past memory that they are supposed to be together, that they are a perfectly matched pair, that they should be loyal to each other, that they can have this new beginning. All of that, we haven't gotten there yet. This is all still in the reverse. This hasn't happened. They have not yet approached her. What's going to make them finally come in? I said it was going to be the last card. Knight of Wands, passion. They can't stop thinking about her. They're filled with passion. They're going to come toward her. That's just how it is. That's the stallion in them coming forward. So passion drives them forward. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you do enjoy my fictional storytelling, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. Lets me know you like the channel and want me to keep doing it, and then I will. Lots of love. Bye, guys.